What's up, Vetters? Patrick here with Vetted. I had to make a video about what you're about to see today, okay? Because when I heard this, I thought, what is going on? You'll understand what I mean when I explain. So, YouTuber Simon Holland released a video, and in that video, he said this.
They fitted a type of transmitter and receiver to their radio telescopes, which actually lets them communicate with extraterrestrial intelligence.
What? Now, I've got a much longer clip to help explain and give a lot more context, so please stick with me. But what? I just thought we have to explore this. I've had Simon Holland on the show before. He's a great guy. Maybe I'll try to get him on. So, Simon, if you're watching this, maybe you want to come on and we can talk about this a little bit more because this is fascinating. Please hit that like button, Vetters. That really helps out the videos. And, of course, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I put out new videos every week about the UFO phenomena. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Let's go, Vetters. All right. Here's clip number 1. I've got 3 clips from Simon Holland's video that we're going to explore here. But let's get to the meat and potatoes, the one you want to see, right? What is this device that has been fitted on some radio telescopes, I guess, I don't really know, to communicate with aliens, right? Let's go.
It's about time that I talk to you about what's really going on. I've kind of been sworn to secrecy about this. There's a European group in the European continent who don't want to be public yet, but they have fitted a new type of receiver which breaks all the normal boundaries. They fitted a type of transmitter and receiver to their radio telescopes, which actually lets them communicate with extraterrestrial intelligence. They don't want to go public about it yet. The technology is out there. I've already mentioned the inventor's name, Gunter Nimitz. He demonstrated this quantum tunneling technology to a group of SETI people in Europe who said that they would give it a try to see if ET were actually using quantum tunneling technology rather than traditional electromagnetic radio frequencies that most of SETI are looking for, although SETI are also looking for very interesting laser light signals and biosignatures as well. But I think the quantum tunneling idea of communication fixes so many problems.
Okay, I mean, I have so many questions. One, just going to fire off here, right? Like, one, they've sent out these calls. Have they got a response? Because sending out calls is one thing, but, and are they saying they have communicated with aliens, right, and gotten messages back, or they're trying to communicate with aliens, right? And how big is this transmitter they're fitting to the radio telescopes? What are we talking about here? Like an air tag, or is it bigger? I mean, is it the size of a car? I don't, just very interesting, very curious. And again, what have we had communications, and what are they if we had, and how long has it been going on? So fascinating. Yeah. So maybe I can talk to Simon about this because I would like to get more info, even though these people don't want to go public just yet. Very interesting. And do we know what we're opening ourselves up to with this form of communication, which Simon is describing as quantum tunneling, which he has brought up on my channel before, in 2024. So here's Simon in this same video. Again, I'll put a link in the description to the full video that Simon made, but here's a short clip of Simon sort of explaining, a little bit more about quantum tunneling. But stay with me because I have one more clip after that that might talk about some of the fears that may surround quantum tunneling. So is this even a good idea to even do this, right? Forget the fact that is it happening or not. Is it a good idea to do it? It reminds me of that scene from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
All right, 2 more clips. Here's the second one.
There is no space-time. Space in this quantum world doesn't exist as space. It's all connected. So a planet a million miles away is as close as an atom, which is a nanometer away. There is no difference. The way that you could make quantum communication work is by my analogy of using a rod. So imagine I had a very, very long piece of metal that is poking to the planet Zog, and I push it at one end. The end of the rod at planet Zog will poke out as soon as I push it. There's no kind of compression or delay. As soon as I push it, it appears at the other end. And that's what quantum tunneling does, what quantum communication definitely does do. It's been proven to work scientifically. Whether it's being used by the military or by SETI is another debate. But quantum tunneling communication isn't faster than the speed of light. Never say that, because it's not in the physics that we normally inhabit. It's not in the world of electromagnetics. It's not in the world of photons. It's in the quantum world. So it's not faster than the speed of light. It's instant.
All right. So look, the idea of quantum tunneling is a real thing. There's no denying that. In fact, in physics, quantum tunneling, barrier penetration, or simply tunneling is a quantum mechanical phenomenon in which an object such as an electron or atom passes through a potential energy barrier that, according to classical mechanics, should not be passable due to the object not having sufficient energy to pass or surmount the barrier. Basically, shit can go through other shit that shouldn't be able to go through that shit. To put it simply, right? There's just things being able to go through something it can't go through, right? So the idea of quantum tunneling is real, right? The question is are we actually using that phenomenon to communicate with the phenomena? That's interesting. Again, are we receiving messages back? But like I said before, there are other fears about this form of communication, which Simon, to his credit, brings up. So this is the final clip from Simon Holland's video. Again, full link in the description to his video, but check out what he said here.
Now, the problem with quantum tunneling communication is that it's not encryptable, because when you send out a message into the quantum world, the probability of it being picked up anywhere in the entire universe exists. So it's not like point-to-point communication. The only way to encrypt quantum communication is to encrypt the message. The actual transmission cannot be encrypted because it is omnipresent. And, obviously, military have to work on that. But back to SETI.
Like Jeff Goldblum said in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Should we even do this, right? Like, I think that's really the biggest question. Who's asking these questions? Like, we're just it's just like the Wild West out here, right? Kind of nothing can be encrypted. We're sending out, I mean, how sensitive is it? Again, are we having communications? There's so many questions to ask here and implications for the rest of humanity that we don't get a say in. I'm not saying we shouldn't do it. I'm just saying, are they asking these questions? Are they sitting around thinking about, should we do this? And what are the implications if something goes wrong? These messages aren't encrypted. What if we do start communicating with aliens? Like, do we know what we're doing? You know what I mean? I don't know. It just seems like the Wild West, but maybe that's how we have to be. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Again, I'll put a link in the description to Simon's full video, and hopefully Simon sees this and wants to come on the show so we can discuss this further. Go support his channel. All right, y'all. We'll see you on the next video. Remember, every day is a gift, y'all. Peace.